Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and I post 4 videos a week on a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday at 7 AM. So if you love a variety channel like this one and you want to see more videos, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And now I'm going to share with you my plant and garden accessories haul. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you my plant and garden accessories haul. So recently my husband and I have had a clear of the garden. We haven't had an increased amount of rain in the UK, especially over the summer. So our garden became very overgrown. So we had a really big tidy, especially of the walled area. And we decided that we'd like to plant some new plants in that part of the garden. So we've been to the garden centre and we bought some lovely new plants to put over there. And today I thought I'd do a little haul and I'd share with you what we've brought. Before I start, I just want to say that my husband and I are not gardening experts by any means. So if I do get anything wrong or any names of the plants wrong, then please let me know in the comments below. So anyway, the first thing that I bought for the garden this year was a big plant pot. So I can't bring that inside the house because it would be far too heavy for me to pick up and show you on camera. So I'll insert a few clips of it while I talk about it here. So in the plant pot, in an old plant pot in our garden was a fig tree. My mum gave us this plant pot and unfortunately the fig tree seemed to stop growing. So I decided to replant the fig tree in a larger pot. So I went to the garden centre over the summer and I bought a really big pot and I planted it, and thankfully the fig tree, fingers crossed, has started to grow again, and we do actually have a fig on it as well. So it's a really big grey pot. It did cost me quite a lot of money. It was about £80 from our local garden centre, but I really like it. I think it looks really nice on the patio as well, and I'm hoping that the fig tree will now grow even bigger. And in my mum's old pot I decided to put some lavender. So when I bought the big grey pot for the fig tree from the garden centre, I also bought some lavender and I put it in my mum's old pot that she gave us. I really like lavender. I think it looks lovely in a garden and I love seeing fields of it as well. But I also love to use it in cooking too. So I will often use it in a smoothie for my breakfast or in my porridge, and it can also be used in a lot of savoury dishes as well. So that lavender in that pot won't go to waste, I can assure you. I do think I need to cut it now though. I've noticed that there's a house at the end of our road that has a row of lavender in it, and somebody came by the other day and cut the lavender back. So I think it needs to be trimmed back like once a year and then it will regrow again. So I think I need to cut the lavender, and I might find a few things to do with that lavender. I think I'm going to go and have a little look online and see if there's anything you can do with lavender after you've cut it as well. So I might do a video on that, so watch out for that on my channel. And then the first plant that we bought for our garden is this one, and this is a Mahonia. This wasn't too expensive, I have to say. We go to a little local nursery that is actually family run, and I have to say that their prices are really good and they always try to pick cheaper plants for you as well. We did look at hydrangeas, but they were quite expensive. Hydrangeas produce beautiful flowers in the spring, I think it is, but they are quite expensive to buy, so we didn't end up buying any hydrangeas for that patch in the garden, but I did notice that we actually have some in the front garden, so that's quite good. But this was £23.95, and this is an evergreen that will hopefully grow upwards and become quite bushy as well, so it will hopefully cover the back fence. Yeah, I didn't think this was too bad. Oh, and it also grows in quite dark, dense places as well. It doesn't really need a lot of sunlight, so it's a good plant for that area of the garden. And the next plant that we brought is an Ogla niblet. I can't pronounce the first words on here, so I will write it in the description box below for you. This is a plant that will grow to 50 centimetres. Again, it doesn't need a lot of sunlight. So hopefully it will grow quite nicely in that area of the garden. Again, it wasn't very expensive either. It was £11.50, and I think when you go to garden centres, the smaller the plant, the less money they're going to cost. But it will take you a little while. It will take a little while for it to grow in the garden. So 50 centimetres is quite nice, and it will become quite bushy as well, they said to us in the garden centre. So hopefully it will hide some of the fence at the back there, which is what we want. And yeah, it's just a really lovely plant. I don't know if it flowers. Yes, it does. It produces white flowers, I think, in the spring. And I am going to plant these plants today because you can plant them in the spring or the autumn. Evergreens are quite good being planted in the spring or the autumn. So yes, fingers crossed. This will grow in our garden and look really nice against the back fence, and we're looking forward to seeing the white flowers on it as well. The next plants that we bought are these ones, and these are purple stems. I can pronounce that. I can't pronounce Sarcococca, which is a purple stem apparently. Again, these are brilliant in dark, dense areas in the garden. They don't need a lot of sunlight, and they will grow quite tall. I think they grow to 40 to 60 centimetres, and they will become quite bushy as well, which is brilliant because that area of the garden we want to cover, just basically cover the fence really. These will grow white flowers as well, and apparently these are really lovely. They grow white flowers and they smell like vanilla as well when they grow. So I'm looking forward to sniffing these flowers when they grow. And yeah, oh, this was £11.50, oh, £12.50. So again, another bargain, I thought. And I will try to put all of these plants in the description box below for you if I can find them on a garden centre website. And we bought 2 each of these as well. So the last one that I showed you and this one, we bought 2. So I'm going to sort of alternate them along that back wall in the fence, and I will do a video of that today, and it'll be up after this one. And then the final plant that we bought was this one, and this is a rosemary bush. We did have a rosemary bush in our garden, but it grew quite big and it was really bushy and it was hanging over the wall, and we're a bit concerned about the wall caving in. There are a few cracks in our wall where I think the rosemary bush became a bit heavy for it, so we've trimmed it right back, but that rosemary bush does have a few stalks on it still, so fingers crossed it will grow some more rosemary. But I thought I'd buy another one because I absolutely love rosemary, and I did think it looked really nice when it was growing over the wall, even though it was bearing quite a lot of weight on the wall. I did really like it. So I bought another rosemary bush to put next to it, and hopefully this one will grow up and not over, fingers crossed. So yes, I love rosemary. I use it a lot in my cooking, so I use it to make chips, and I'll use it with roast dinners as well. I've also used it in other things as well, lots of different things. I don't tend to use it in any sweet foods, but savoury foods to flavour meals. It just makes meals so tasty. So yes, I love rosemary, so that's why I bought another one. This was only £6.95. This was a medium plant. You could get smaller than this in the garden centre. So if you didn't want one so big, then you could get a smaller one. But rosemary is brilliant because it grows anywhere. It grows in the really dark, dense areas in your garden. So it'd be brilliant growing in that part of the wall behind us. So yes, really pleased I got this as well. That was my plant and garden accessories haul, and that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. Have you been planting in your garden, and what have you been planting? I'd love to know. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.